Jim Jones just won't chill, and now everything he's been saying is snapping back on him. From twisting Dipset history to flipping old beef stories, people are calling him out heavy. The streets pulled receipts, fans fed up, and his whole reputation looking shaky.
The rock star look. Who came up with that? You or Joel's?
The rock and roll look? That's my look. That's my look. Joel's is my little brother. I started the whole aesthetic. Wasn't nobody dressing like rock stars at all. Nowhere near the game. It wasn't thinking about it. I created that whole style and implemented it into the hip hop culture. You dig? But yeah, I set the torch up for the rock star rap look. I've always been dressing like a white boy since high school. I've been wearing motorcycle jackets and shit like that since high school. I got a different style than most.
And I know Wayne, he started dressing like that.
Yeah, we gave it to Wayne. He came to Dipset school, was with us for a whole summer. He was with Wells for a whole summer. And naturally, his whole...
Every time Jim opens his mouth lately, it feels like he digs a deeper hole. This the same Harlem figure people once saw as one of the most solid in New York rap. And now he got folks checking him for changing stories and trying to rewrite Dipset history. Fans already saying they're over it, and they're not letting anything slide anymore. What makes it even wilder is how Jim been hitting any interview he can find trying to fix his image. But every new thing he says just causes more drama. He drops one statement and boom, another mess explodes.
There's some comments about Nas that got a lot of people coming at you, man. But as a New York rapper, I want to ask you, do you feel like you get your respect?
Yeah, I definitely get my respect as a New York rapper. My name is Capo. Don't let the motherfucking internet fool you, my brother. You heard? I'm from New York.
Going around right now asking if it's Nas or Jim Jones.
What's the question?
Nas or Jim Jones?
I'm a Harlem nigga. I will never, ever disrespect Nas, first and foremost. Jimmy, that's the bro. That's Uncle Jomo. But first and foremost, he need to sit his ass fuck.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Nas.
Oh. Nas or Jim Jones? Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Nas.
All right. Nas or Jim Jones? Is that a serious question?
Yes, it is.
It's Nas, bro.
Well,
Jim Jones the clown. Nas or Jim Jones?
Come on. Is that a question?
Yo.
Is that a question?
Hey, yo.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Come
though.
on.
I ain't say who.
Yo. Nas
Nas for the culture.
All right. Nas or Jim Jones?
Said Nas or Jim Jones? Oh, Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Oh, Nas, I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go.
Jim Jones, though.
All right.
It really went left when he went on his podcast laps claiming he built Dipset from scratch and carried the whole movement. He even said without him, the fashion wave and Harlem takeover wouldn't exist. But the internet moved fast and shut that down instantly. Clips resurfaced of Cameron explaining how he put Jim on, gave him early shine, and even funded the first Dipset plays. So when Jim popped out talking about, I created Dipset, fans clapped back quick like, nah bro, you joined Dipset. That one moment alone had his whole image cracking. Jim been switching versions of the same stories for years, how Dipset broke up, who fell out, who pushed the movement, and the people who were actually there. Cam keep checking him every time. Even Jim's old beef story's not adding up anymore. One minute he talking about the LOX and Zoe's battle like it was serious, then later he claiming he didn't care. One day he cool, the next day shading him again. It's like he can't decide if he wants to be the victim or the villain.
I mean, and keep in mind that I'm what I'm doing is for my era of music. You heard? It's a blessing that I'm still here and I'm still being able to be appreciated by the youth and the younger generation coming up. That's a super blessing right there. But when it comes to the people of my era, I want smoke. You dig? Whether they're active or inactive, I'm telling them, I want smoke. You heard? Don't care about no legendary status, none of that type of shit. None of that shit works on the street, bro. I want smoke in the booth. You heard? Who want that? Let's talk about that right now. Who want to meet me in the booth? You heard? You ain't even got to come to the same studio. Let's be in the same building. You take A room, I take the B room. You heard? Just to make everybody feel comfortable. But I want smoke in the booth.
Hip-hop fans used to respect Jim for his grind. He wasn't the sharpest lyricist, but he worked hard. Now that same hustle turning into confusion because every few months he pops up defending himself from something new. And now folks starting to see Jim's biggest enemy ain't Cam, it's his own words. Ain't Mason, ain't Jadakiss holding Jim back, it's his own mouth every time. His biggest downfall been his ego, straight up. Instead of letting his work speak, he always trying to control the narrative, and now it's crashing back on him hard. One interview he bragging like he kept Dipset together, then the next he blaming everyone else for why things fell apart. Fans caught all the contradictions, and Jim tried to say folks were twisting his words, but nobody twisting anything. He just can't keep his story steady. Things really shifted when Mace and Cam launched It Is What It Is and started casually dropping Dipset stories. Fans connected the dots fast and realized Jim wasn't the strong leader he always claimed to be. Mace even said, Jim talked like he was the general, but we all know who built the empire, and it wasn't him. That one line shook the whole internet. People jumped on Twitter and TikTok pulling up old clips where Jim kept calling himself the capo like he ran the squad, and right when it couldn't get messier, he got caught in another lie. In a new interview, he tried to say he never had real issues with Jadakiss and Styles P, claiming the Versus battle was just friendly vibes.
I mean, if we looking at the rappers from your era, it's not many left that's rapping at a high level.
All right, well, yeah.
Jada, he's still here. He still got something left in the tank.
Jada,
Fab,
nice.
He's still spitting.
Fab is one of my favorite rappers of all time. He's absolutely dumb nice. Like on another level. Niggas really listen to Fab music, that nigga go crazy. Like that nigga is, from a New York standpoint, like that, like you dig? So every place have their own music, you heard? I'm just coming from a New York standpoint, a tri-state area standpoint. We got our own thing and our own bop out here that we all appreciate and shit like that, you know what I mean? So we appreciate our New York rappers because there's a certain sound, it's just that.
But everybody remembers how stressed he was afterward, doing interview after interview saying Dipset didn't lose, even though the world watched them get washed on stage. Jadakiss even joked later on radio, "Don't rewrite history, bro, you know what happened." And fans were laughing because he wasn't lying. Then there's the Maze situation. Jim been downplaying it like it was all love, but people remember those old rants where he called Maze a fake pastor and threw slick shots for years. Now suddenly it's peace? Come on, folks see straight through that. He trying to clean up his image after talking reckless for so long. Even some of his own supporters starting to tap out. Under his new interviews, people commenting things like, Jim been lying so long he forgot the truth, and he really think he can gaslight the whole culture. And honestly, they not wrong. Once the same audience that helped build your career stops believing you, that's when things get real.
Being honest, right? And you looking back at your career, where will you rank yourself among New York rappers? Top 10, top 15, top 20?
Where did I rank myself? I don't care about top 10 ranks. I care about the money. You heard? And you talking about all these artists that came in after me. I came in after them, Rob, you heard? And I started as a hype man. And right now I am the hype man, as you can see all over the internet. Big difference, you heard? I'm talking about present day and what we're doing right now. I ain't worried about what's going on in the past. I don't worry about what you used to do or what you used to do. What can you do right now? You heard? And if you're not in it, you're not in it. You dig? But I'm in it wholeheartedly. And I wrap circles around anybody who beg to differ. Tell them meet me in the booth. That's all we got to talk about. There ain't no shot at no one in particular person. But yeah, you know what's up. I'm from that era. Engagement era. You heard?
Fans tired because the man who once stood for Harlem realness now sounding like he living in his own fantasy. The sad part is Jim could have gone down as a Harlem legend without debate. He had the grind, the energy, the long run, but that need for nonstop validation started messing up his whole image. Instead of just owning his lane, he wanted to be seen as the mastermind behind everything. But the people who were actually there, Cam, Mace, even industry vets like Fat Joe, keep reminding everybody who really put in the work. And those It Is What It Is moments hit hard every time because Cam and Mace stay clowning Jim with jokes that come from real history. They check him for switching narratives, and fans love it because everyone knows it's the truth. When Mace said Jim was like that dude who copies your homework but still gets it wrong, the internet went crazy. Funny, but it hurt because every time Jim forces himself into Dipset conversations, it feels unnatural, like he trying too hard to rewrite his spot. And it ain't just old beefs. Jim been acting like he the face of Harlem rap right now, saying he influenced the new generation, but the younger wave not looking his way like that.
feeling that, you know what I mean, that we get from certain rappers and things like that. And Fab is one of them, Jada is one of them, Fat Joe is one of them. Whenever JB jumping back out, he one of them, like, you dig, like. But some of these people lost their rhythm and they cadence, you dig, like they still stuck where they was at, you heard, and people be getting confused, like, you dig, I ain't even gonna get into it. But like I said, I want smoke. Only way to shut me up is to shut me up. Show me I'm bugging.
You think you can go bar for bar with Jada, Fab, or Jay-Z?
I go to bar with anyone. With anyone. You heard? There ain't no beating around the bush. I've been saying it, bro. I want smoke in the booth. You heard? That's the only way to settle this one. We all can put out dope freestyles. We all can put out dope music. I want smoke in the booth.
They respect his past, but they not quoting him or following his style. A Boogie, Phoebe Foreign, Dave East, they shaping Harlem's sound today. Next to that, Jim looks out of touch, trying to keep up with a lane that already sped past him. Instead of evolving smooth, he keeps chasing moments, viral interviews, small controversies, anything to stay in the mix for a week. He even tried coming at Pusha T last year, calling him overrated, but fans flipped that on him fast. They reminded him how Pusha took down Drake in front of the whole world, something Jim could never pull off. It turned into another roast session with people saying Jim just picks random fights to stay relevant, and honestly, they not wrong. Jim's whole brand used to stand on loyalty and Harlem pride, but now it's looking like nothing but excuses and contradictions. Every time he tries to clap back at critics, he ends up proving exactly what everybody already saying. He just won't take accountability for anything, and fans tired of watching the switch-ups. Realness is rare, and Jim been drifting away from the same roots that made people rock with him in the first place.
Mimi did. You heard? Like the Thriller in Manila. Let's sell it that way. See how Beasley and Baby Bro just did the one-on-one? You heard? See how Beasley and Lance did? That's what I want. You heard? I want the one-up. I want smoke. I don't care about rankings, bro. I want smoke. I want smoke and I want money. You heard? A ranking never gave me $1 at all. When the ranking come with a check, then I'll be pressed about the ranking. But none of that should come with a check.
At this point, the writing on the wall, he losing the one thing that actually mattered, the people's respect. He still tries to move like the capo of Harlem, but when your stories don't match and your peers checking you left and right, that title don't hold weight anymore. Even his recent attempts to play peacemaker with Dipset fell flat. Nobody trusts his version of anything. It sounds like he just talking to talk and folks not taking him serious at all. You can see it clear online. Fans who once cheered for him now posting clips from his interviews with captions like, "This man lying again," or "Didn't he say something different last month?" He turned into his own meme because he refuses to stop spinning stories that nobody believes. And the sad part, it never had to go down like this. Jim really had a chance to grow into that respected OG, the type who drops game and uplifts the young artists coming out of Harlem. But he doubled down on that same ego-driven energy from the Dipset era, and now it's catching up louder than ever. You can't demand respect while rewriting your own past, because the streets remember everything. Even Cam, who been cool lately, threw a slick jab on air saying some people been lying so long, they think it's the truth. Fans knew exactly who he meant, and when Mace laughed and said, "That's capo behavior," it blew up instantly. That clip spread everywhere because everyone knew Jim got exposed again on their own platform. At this point, it's not even about beef, it's about legacy. Harlem once lifted him up, but now they side-eyeing him heavy, waiting on the day he finally keeps it 100 for real. Fans seen the contradictions, the backtracking, the fake tough talk, and they done. In hip-hop, you can rebuild a career, but once credibility gone, that's game over. If you rock with the real breakdowns, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and share this video. I'll see you in the next one.